What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? We got another great show for you again this week. Not only do we have a few beer news stories, we also have a awesome, or should I say, a magnifico cold brew list this week. And then at the very end, we talk a little bit about sports and a little bit about life. So I hope you enjoy this week's Cold Brew podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Untappd and on Instagram. Search Cold Brew Podcast. And hopefully you checked out our Friday the 13th special. That's where Amanda and I ranked all the Friday the 13th movies from worst to first. And if you haven't checked that yet, check it out. And watch the movies and tell us what you think. All right, that's enough blabbing out of me. It's time for another Cold Brew. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cold Brew Studios. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
How you doing this week, man?
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Keep busy.
Yeah. Yeah, you were, going. It must be. Is it harder now living at a different house? Because you have to try to please both grandparents by giving some FaceTime with the grandkids.
I'd say no.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Like my wife's family actually comes down quite a bit to visit as well. So It's like almost like we got more accommodations for them to come through. So it works out actually.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I mean, we went to go visit them recently because they were doing stuff up that way. But yeah, I think next time we see them, they'll probably be over here.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot more cousins up there, and they have birthday parties and such, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool, man. Well, that's good. It's always good to give grandparents FaceTime, but it's always good to have the cousins hang out too. What? So you got a beer? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it then. Today I have in front of me from our good friends all the way out in, I want to say, Gilbert and Mesa, Arizona. They have two spots. 12 West Brewing Company. And I have their coffee stout called Midnight Run. I was a little jealous when you had your stout yesterday. Or last week. I'm like, I got to start getting it. It's almost getting into stout season, right?
I think so.
And they canned this in June. June 19th, 2024. Let me read the back real quick.
Yeah.
What?
I got some emails. People were asking for molasses on this shit.
Very nice. People seem to dig your take on that word.
Yeah. We never gave out my email, so I didn't know how that happened.
Oh, people, there's internet sleuths out there, man.
Isn't that one of those tropes? Is like, we have a caller, and it's the first because we don't give out a number.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, man. This is in collab with Spirit Mountain Roasting Company. Using a blend from Spirit Mountain Coffee based in Yuma, Arizona, this roasty oatmeal stout finishes with notes of chocolate and slight bitterness. It comes in a 16-ounce can, and it's only 5.3% alcohol by volume. So without further ado, pop off. What do you got?
Well, I have, from our good friends at Sierra Nevada, I have their Oktoberfest offering.
Ooh, okay. You know what? I bought that too. I almost had it. I almost brought it on the show.
Oh, I was gonna text you about let's try to match up some Oktoberfest beers to give a split opinion. But
I can go grab mine real quick and then do the magic of editing. I'll give you my opinion at the end of the show.
So Sierra Nevada does it where every year is a collab with a legit German brewery.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, most of the time it's just the yeast. I mean, all the other material is, or all the other ingredients are, local to Sierra Nevada.
Okay.
I think the concept is cool. And this year, here's what they say. Our Authentic Oktoberfest is a collaboration with Brüe Gutmann, an iconic German brewer that has been family owned since 1707. Jesus Christ. The old country, right?
Gee, yeah.
One of the old ones? Yeah. This classic fest beer is smooth and balanced with biscuity malt flavor and a clean finish. Prost.
Very nice.
And let me see.
Would you say
What else did I
Oktoberfest
miss?
or like the Marzen style or the Fest beer? Would you say that's like in your top 5 favorite styles?
Oh yeah, top 3 probably.
Oh wow, okay, cool.
Yeah, because actually, honestly, it'd probably be number 2. My favorite would be barrel aged stouts,
Okay,
and then yeah, probably fest beer or Marzen style ales or style ambers, but that's split hairs. Because yes, I do like, and here's the thing, I do like barrel aged stouts more than regular stouts because not every stout could be barrel aged. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna waste barrel aging on a pastry stout. You should.
right.
I mean, I'm sure there's a few out there that really rock, but I mean, just to legit add some bourbon essence to a stout, and that's my jam.
Right, I get that.
But yeah, real quick, 6% ABV. That's what I was looking at.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Probst.
Very nice. All right, so this is this is really good. So it's very light bodied as far as, it's not a big heavy like motor oil type. It pours nice and thin and light, but it's really dark, very roasty, ashy, smoky a little bit in the up front, and then it finishes very bitter and a little bit dry too. And I'm really digging it. I'm almost I don't want to call it like a Guinness type flavor, but that for a lot of people out there, Guinness is very common. So it'd be something that you would that like a popular tasting that everyone might have tried before. So this is a little bit like Guinness, but a lot better, a lot more flavor, and especially in the coffee. The coffee note, it's really hitting, and I'm really liking this one.
That's cool. Were you talking about your beer? I was waiting mine for my phone to settle.
Again. Oh, that's good though. At least it's got some carbon. It's got carbonation in it, and it's not, you open it, it goes psst, and then it's flat.
Yes, I'm hitting all our notes like a Ric Flair match.
Right.
Pretty soon I'm gonna run in the corner and go upside down. Right.
And then walk on the apron.
Yes.
Oh shit! And then that's when you start taking off your clothes, because you have your trunks underneath your suit that you wore to the ring.
Right.
That was later on in his career though. He did that.
Yeah. So pulling back the curtain a little bit, the beer I had was actually in the freezer to get ready for the show, so it's pretty cold, colder probably than it should be. So it's gonna open up. However, yeah, up front, very very malty and biscuity, and super smooth, clean finish. Very low hop or bitterness profile to it, even from the malt end.
Is it on the darker end of the scale for Oktoberfest, or the lighter end, you would say?
Oh no, definitely lighter.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
All right. Very cool. All right. We will rate these beers later on during our Untapped portion of the show. And I have mine over here too, so I will give my opinion during our Untapped portion of the show, even though I won't be rating it as Sorcerer Chromatic will be. So if you want to follow us on Untapped, just search Cold Brew Podcast and friend us, and we'll friend you back. But right now, it's time for some beer news. All right, so the first story I have is comes to us from across the pond, as they say. This comes is written in the Sunday Times. The headline is "Banning logos on pub beer glasses is a crackpot idea." So, Scottish Health Secretary urged to consult further about possible curbs on alcohol marketing. Proposals to ban pubs from serving pints in brandy glasses have been derided as a crackpot idea. This week, Neil Gray, the Scottish Health Secretary, told MSPs that officials would examine the possibility of introducing significant curbs on alcohol marketing in Scotland as a part of an effort to reduce alcohol-related deaths. If approved, the restrictions would pave the way for publicans to be stopped from serving beers in glasses marked with brands like Tennent's, Guinness, and Brewdog. Bar staff would also be prevented from wearing T-shirts supplied by breweries with their logos. Gray's announcement came after it was revealed that alcohol-related deaths in Scotland were at a 15-year high. There were 1,277 fatalities attributed to alcohol-specific causes last year, an increase of 1 death from 2022. The Scottish Hospitality Group, which represents the owners of pubs, bars, restaurants, called for urgent talks over the proposals. Quote, "We would urge Neil Gray to consult efficiently and urgently with us in regards to this," it said on X. Off-trade premises, supermarkets, etc. sold 85% of all alcohol purchases in 2021, up from 73% in 2019. Branded glassware is not the problem. A spokesman added they will be okay for your home bar where, of course, you can drink what you want and as much as you want. The skepticism was amplified by Roddy Dunlop, KC, Dean of Faculty of Advocates, who wrote, "One might add the following imagined conversation in a pub. Pint of tenants, please, barkeep." So what do you think having the a brewery on a glass contributes to consuming more alcohol and then, in result might increase deaths from alcohol-related events?
I can't say... I can't say yes or no. I mean, because there's going to be data to show that. It's hard to...
I understand that, but how could you prove that it's directly a result? It might just be a correlation.
There you go. Yeah, the correlation is there, therefore the quote-unquote proof is there.
Yeah, but but does it cause causation? I think that's where the rub is.
No, I don't think it's the causation. No.
Okay. I don't think
it's
so
just
either.
all coincidental.
Yeah. I agree. In fact,
yeah,
I would like it for them not to have what do you call it? The brew like breweries on glasses. That way when I take a nice pretty picture of my for the gram, I don't have to promote anybody.
Yeah. Right.
Because
it's
like 9 times out of 10 that brand's beer is not in my glass.
No, that's another thing. That's why I kind of shy away from branded glasses these days. However, I do see like a thing that's kind of like comparing do guys at TGI Fridays that drink draft beer versus bottled beer get DUIs on the way home? It's
right?
Kind of like drinking is drinking. It doesn't matter the vessel or the even the beverage, if you will.
Right. And I applaud the effort to try to curb, alcohol-related deaths. I'm totally for that. If it helps, good. But it just doesn't seem like it's worthwhile to push through this. Just let them do what they do, and because there's a lot of money involved as far as, getting their marketing out there.
It's like blaming Joe Camel on your daughter's cigarette habit, right?
Or saying just because you have a Dodge Hemi, that causes more accidents on the road, too.
Or fist fights in parking lot. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. All right. Let me move on to the next story. I was like surprised when I read that. I'm like, oh, they were actually trying to do this over in the UK. Those poor souls. And speaking of souls, do you know, does the brewery Weathered Souls from San Antonio ring a bell?
Not right now, but you're going to say something and I'm going to be like, oh yeah, them dudes.
They started the Black is Beautiful movement.
Oh, they started it?
Yeah.
I did not realize. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, them dudes.
Marcus Baskerville, he's one of the co-founders. It's a Black-owned brewery in San Antonio. Well, unfortunately, they are shuttering their doors September 22nd.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. In a Thursday Facebook post, Weather Souls thanked the community for its support and trumpeted achievements that supporters helped it attain during 8 years in operation. The business's last day will be September 22, 2024, according to the message. The announcement comes days after another of the city's highest profile breweries, Alamo Beer Company, I remember them, put itself up for sale and said it's also looking to... Oh, man, I should be laughing. It's also looking to restructure its business. Oh, man, I want to check out their basement. Earlier this year, San Antonio's award-winning Second Pitch Beer Company also shut its doors, joining a list of other craft beer producers that have tapped out due to tough operating conditions. You know, it might have helped if all three of them, partnered together in a joint partnership and reopened, and just to cut down costs.
Did a collab action for you?
Yep. Joint partnership, I think they call it. The company also struggled in the wake of its 2022 expansion into the Charlotte, North Carolina market. Majority stakeholder Mike Holt told multiple news outlets earlier this year. Yeah, that seems to be the downfall of a lot of different breweries when they start, overreaching their... I understand why they would want to do it, but it's really hard it's hard enough to manage two spots like in the same city, but two different states, man. Weathered Soul's tasting room, located at 606 Embassy Oaks, became a destination for Alamo City craft beer enthusiasts, thanks to its creative spins on classic beer styles, especially darker ales such as porters and stouts. The venture also made inroads with area restaurants and got its products onto retail shelves. The brewery gained even higher notice in 2020 when co-founder Marcus Baskerville launched an initiative called Black is Beautiful. The program encouraged other beer producers to adopt one of the company's recipes and donate money raised from resulting brew to fight for racial justice. So that's too bad, man. I hope maybe they have to just, not close for good, maybe just temporary restructure, and maybe they can reopen in a few months. I don't know. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate they had to close like that.
Yeah, but such is the industry that we're in, right? It happens. Breweries open, breweries close. There's like over 9,000 breweries in the U.S. alone. So
this is the life they chose.
All right, one more thing. This is a little bit more of a happier beer news, or more uplifting than those last two. This comes to us from the Kansas City Star. There's a new beer by Crane Brewing Company in Kansas City. They're releasing a Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift themed beer called TNT. I'm going to shoot you the picture of the can. So it looks like hands being heart hands, right?
Oh, yeah, the heart, yeah.
The heart hands. And now they look like two female hands, because they have
I would say so.
Yeah, because they have the painted
polish.
nails. But what if Travis Kelce painted his nails and Taylor Swift and Travis's hands are the same size? Then it could be. See, that I was thinking they should have done one guy's hand and one girl's hand. I think the opportunity missed.
Yeah, and both the hands have the friendship bracelets too. That's a Swiftie thing.
Oh, I know, but Travis could wear friendship bracelets. Why not?
Yeah, that was part of him shooting his shot. He said, I'm going to go to the Taylor Swift concert I got a friendship bracelet for.
Oh, nice. Anyway, fans of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance can now raise a proper toast to the couple thanks to Crane Brewing Company. The Raytown Brewery at 6515 Railroad Street released a Tavis-themed beer Friday the 13th, Swift's lucky number. To avoid legal trouble, you won't see Swift or Kelsey's name or likeness on Crane's new TNT beer cans, but the hard hands and friendship bracelets pictured on the front might give it away. Plus, Swift was spotted wearing a TNT bracelet at the AFC Championship game earlier this year, so the name itself ought to be a giveaway. Swifties seem to be getting the hint just fine, said Alex Rodriguez, director of operations for the brewery. Wow, he's a
A-Rod?
yeah, he's he's on ESPN and he's a
Yeah.
and he works a
Hall of
director of
Fame owner.
he's a director of operations for Crane Brewing. Very nice, good for him. Troy Aikman has his beer, and A-Rod has his beer now.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan has his beer. Everything.
I didn't seem too hands-on. He's more like a Stone Cold. He just lends his name.
Yes, that's spokesman. Yeah.
Minutes into launch day, a sizable line of Swifties and Chiefs fans begin to form at the brewery. Swifties reacted positively to the brewery's teasers on social media earlier this month. I'm so ready for this one. One user wrote, "The Tavis beer is a blonde ale infused with passion fruit puree. The result is a sweet tropical flavor. It's very appealing to people that don't like beer even," Rodriguez said. "We're all really proud of it. At the moment, the beer can't be purchased anywhere other than the brewery, but Rodriguez hopes to expand production soon. Crane Brewing sells its other beers at a handful of liquor stores on both sides of the state line." Good for them. Why not? Anyway, I just thought it was a fun story, and it's pretty relevant now. And the Chiefs are 2-0. Fucking barely, man. They won the very last second of each game.
Yeah, but I'd rather be barely 2-0 than barely 0-2.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. I'm pulling it out. And the game ball, once again, goes to the refs.
Oh, yes.
All right, that's all I have.
They worked hard this week.
They really did. That's all I have this week for the beer news. So do you know what that means?
I think I do.
That means it's time for everyone's favorite segment on Cold Brew, because it's my favorite segment. It's time for the Cold Brew list.
So let me ask you this. As we are recording here, what day is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is September 16th. Oh, isn't that Mexican Independence Day? Mexico's Independence Day, I mean?
That it is.
Very nice. Can you give us a grito?
Oh, here's where you do the sound drop.
Yeah. I've never been a grito guy. I could never really do one.
Viva Mexico, cabrones!
Yeah, wake up all my kids too, or my wife and kids.
Yeah, your wife will come out yelling at you. You better go get your daughters back to sleep.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so I have a list of the top 10 Mexican beers.
Oh, nice. Okay. I like it.
Number 10, Cuauhtémoc Montezuma Carta Blanca.
Oh, I haven't had that one in a long time. I can't remember the last time I had it.
It was that fun of a time, huh? Nice.
I think I drank it just to say I tried it.
Yeah. Number 9, Indio beer.
I don't think have you ever had that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I don't think I have.
Yeah. It's one of those where like you get it at Total Wine, but only like in 12 packs.
Oh. Because you have to drink that much.
Yes. Number 8, Tecate.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites, actually. I'm very disappointed it's number 8.
Number 7, Sol.
Oh, yeah. That one's... I like Tecate better than Sol.
There you go. Number 6, Bohemia Obscura.
Damn, I don't think I've ever had that one. Have you?
The Bohemia beer?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Obscura. That's like the full name.
Yeah. Doesn't that mean like dark or
number
something?
5. Yeah.
Okay.
They're or obscure. It's very obscure.
As long as it doesn't mean obtuse.
Yes. Number 5, Victoria. That's a newer beer to the U.S. market. I'm not saying it's brand new, but yeah, from like I always think of the big beer companies from Mexico, and Victoria's newer to the party.
Right.
At least on this side of the border.
Right. It does have some nice font, though.
Number 4. Dos X.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's tried and true already.
Number 3. Negra Modelo.
Oh, okay. I like that one.
Well, do you like number 2, which is Modelo Especial?
Yeah, I like that one better.
There you go. And number 1, believe it or not, Pacifico.
Oh, yeah, I like that one too. That was one of my first favorites.
No, definitely. I mean, I still drink Mexican beers every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of weird on this list. Like Corona is number 11, so it didn't make the top 10.
Good.
But then everything else is just like so random stuff. I've never really heard of them.
Okay.
So, I have Minerva, Mexico, and then Baja
Mm-hmm.
at beer festivals. But like this Cucapa, I never had. Tempus Doble Malta. No, yeah. There's some new names on this list, and hopefully I see them like locally and get them just to try to see what Mexican beer is developing down there, aside from their big brands.
Yeah, the ones that are owned by the corporations. Very
Yes.
good.
Well, happy Mexican Independence Day to all the independent Mexicans out there.
Hey, did Canelo fight this weekend?
He did. Yeah, he has some kid. It was
I thought so.
It was cool if you're a boxing fan, but you know, if you were betting, you really weren't gonna do much.
Yeah, the Berlanga, right?
Yeah.
And what's up with Canelo coming out with the Cleveland Browns colors, trunks and shoes?
No idea.
Actually, he did look like a cinnamon stick, though.
Oh, okay.
So good for him. Oh man. Anyway, all right, great list. Feliz Dia de Independencia to all you Mexicanos out there. So how's your beer treating you, man?
Good. Almost gone.
Very nice. All right, we're gonna rate our beers right now on Untapped. So let me pull out the Untapped app. In fact, I'm gonna open my beer right now, my Oktoberfest, and pour it while I'm searching up the Sierra Nevada. Wait, what'd you have?
Yeah, October.
I know, I have it right here. Let's see here. Sierra Oktoberfest. There we have with Bowery Gutman. All right, what would you like to rate this Oktoberfest beer at?
I am going to give it a 3.75.
Okay.
I like it because it's actually a little bit on the smoother end, but not lighter. There's some good malty flavor with it, but it's very drinkable.
That is really smooth. Yeah, I'm surprised. I was thinking that right before you said it because I had just taken a sip, and yeah, it goes down smooth. It doesn't have that that effervescence that some beers have, so it goes down very easy. But yeah, it does have some light maltiness to it. So a little bit. Maybe it's because I've been drinking this stout, but it also seems to me a little bit sweet, just a tad. But that's probably because I've been drinking this bitter stout. All right, 3.75. 3 of our friends have rated it. John W., he gave it a 3.9. Jake J gave it a 3.75. And Kane M gave it a 3.5. And it has an overall rating of 3.82. So let me check into 3.75. And all right, what are your notes?
My notes are crisp, smooth, and what was I going to say?
Malty. Perfect. Save and check in. All right, so I have by 12 West, I have their Midnight Run. Have you ever seen that movie, Midnight Run? Who is in it?
Corbin Burnson? No, not Corbin Burnson.
No, Al Pacino. Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin.
Charles Grodin, there you go.
Charles Grodin, you know, Corbin Burns, the same guy. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I just rewatched it again like a couple years ago, and it's all right. It's pretty good. Charles Grodin still gets on my nerves, but he's actually pretty good in it.
Right.
Let's see here. I like this one. I'm gonna give this one a 4, like because you know it's nice and light, but it's still got that rich chocolate or dark chocolate and coffee flavors to it. So that's right up my alley, man. It has an overall rating of 3.80. 4 of our friends have rated it for an average of 3.31. Roshim gave it a 3.25. Eddie G just checked in. Matt H, I think that's Matt Hartenstein. He gave it a 3.5. Oh, there's Eddie. He gave it a 4.25 a couple times. And John B gave it a 2.75. Not his jam. Definitely not his jam. All right, so I go back. Check in for, I'm going to say it's roasty. Oops. Roasty and dark bitter. Save and check in. All right, so yeah, man. What'd you think of the game today? The 49ers Vikings game.
Yeah, I think honestly, I mean, not to sound like a hater, I think it was just one of the games where we lost it more than the Vikings won it.
Okay.
I mean, the 97 yarder. I mean, you can't count on that as a regular play for your team,
right?
Both offense and defensively, and that happened because we messed up going for it in the red zone. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not saying we should have kicked 3. I'm just saying that damn, we should have really came up with some points, and we wouldn't have been in that situation.
Right.
I mean, Warner had a hell of a game. I mean, you can't deny that. You know, his efforts was there. Just he just came up short.
Yeah, he punched that ball out and he had an interception, right?
Yeah. In fact, too, I feel like it just lingered with me because I listened to a gambling podcast, and someone said something about when a team plays Monday night and then has to travel and has the 10 o'clock kick, it's always bad news for them. And I'm like, no, we're gonna break that curse. But no, I think early in the year too, guys are still cramping. Like, you know, Kittle had to go get an IV. I mean, he only missed 2 plays. Still, I mean, if he's dehydrated, I'm sure there's other guys dehydrated, just not cramping dehydrated. You know? Yeah,
they haven't got to that stage of dehydration yet.
Yeah. So, you know, it's still a long season, and like I said too, when we had our little losing skid, it's more like, lose so you could see what teams think you're weak at or what they think they exposed you at, and you can work on it. You know, it's better to do it week 2 than the weeks you're making a playoff push or the playoffs. You know.
Well, last year didn't Minnesota hand us our first loss like in week 10 or 11?
No, it was like week 6.
Oh, was it week 6? Oh, okay.
Yeah. We started off like 5-0, and then went like on a 3-game skid.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It was Cleveland and Minnesota. Yeah, I remember. Okay, you're right. I forgot. Yeah. But yeah, I just know we lost to Josh Dobbs, and now we lose to Sam Darnold, both in Minnesota. And they got some weapons on the team though. So, you know, Jefferson, like you said, 97 yard, but they didn't draw it up. Hey, here's our 97-yard touchdown pass. You know.
Yeah. In fact, I'm still like, they never showed enough replay for me. Like, there had to have been holding in the end zone. I swear there was. You know.
Yeah. I think, and also like, I think our third down, the 49ers third down defense has been bad these last 2 weeks. I don't know what it is. They just can't get stops, and their third down offense isn't that great either. It's just third down on both sides of the ball. They got to work on it. I know that they can't be doing this over and over again. But yeah, better early than late in the season. I totally agree. It sucks we lost, but I was already over it. Like after like, I don't know, 5 minutes after the game, I'm like, we lost. Who cares? Long season. We'll bounce back. They'll bounce back.
Right. Yeah. That's something like the block punt. I mean, granted, we held them to 3 after that, but you know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those little things. Yeah, and maybe that does have something to do with the short week. And we do have a really bad rest advantage this year. I think the 49ers have the worst rest advantage. So
right. So like that was the rest advantage. Like I said, the whole Monday night, then going to a 10 o'clock kick the next week. I mean, it's
a short week
on the road. Yeah.
On the road, yeah, that too. So, yeah, it's all stacked against it. It's going to happen a couple more times this year too, so be ready for it. I think we have to play a road game after a Thursday game too. Something like that.
Yeah.
But, oh well, it is what it is. And
we're on the Cleveland.
Yeah. sitting or getting to the Super Bowl twice in a row is, no one ever said it's easy.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh, you know what I was going to ask you? I was going to ask you some that is football adjacent. So I was thinking about this the other day. All right, so there's McCaffrey, right? And remember Colt McCoy? And then of course the coach Sean McVay, and there's also a couple kickers. One's Chase McLaughlin. I think he's for the Buccaneers, and then McPherson for the Bengals.
Right.
Then why does Pat McAfee pronounce his name McAfee and not McAfee? Has he ever said that?
Yeah, he said that too.
Okay.
Even though it's MC, it's still short for Mac. It should be Mac.
Oh, really? So he's Scottish, not Irish?
No, he's Irish.
Oh, not Scottish? I forgot which one is which. Or does it really matter?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It's that prefix means just son of. So I mean it's sometimes it's just shortened for spelling wise, but it's supposed to be Mac.
Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, I was just thinking about that today because they were showing him on I think it was I was watching a clip of him and they were in South Carolina and he was holding up a gamecock because he was like, I know everyone here around here loves cocks.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was funny. And then they showed his name. I'm like, oh, I thought it was with the name. Then why do they pronounce it that way? Then I started looking at all the other mix out there, like McCaffrey and McVay and all that. And so, all right. Well, I'm glad you know because I knew you listen to him and you watch him more than I do. So I'm glad you had an answer. Yeah. That's cool.
No, and that is the thing. He'll correct someone and he'll say, yeah, it's abbreviated for Mac. So yeah, McCaffrey. And then there was another thing about that too. I think though, just for pronunciation though too, when it is like McCaffrey, when it's the double C, then you shorten it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't pronounce both C's.
Yeah, you don't say McCaffrey. You say McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Or like McLeod is McLeod, not McLeod.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Right.
All
or
right.
And then too, like, Mark McGuire. I question too if his was kind of just bastardized or just became, what am I say? Like just the way people said it, that it transformed the spelling.
Oh yeah, like you didn't even pronounce the C.
Because the Jerry Maguire, right? No, that's thing. Mark McGuire doesn't have a C.
Right.
This is MAG. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, language is funny sometimes.
Definitely.
Yeah, anything else you'd like to bring up on this episode of Cold Brew Podcast?
My youngest daughter started school last week. By the time this drops, it'll be her second week. But what an adventure! But she's loving it, so it's a plus for us right now.
That's good.
Yeah, and that's about it.
Right on. That's awesome, man. I knew she was gonna love school. I mean, she's very like outgoing, but your other daughter, your eldest, is a lot very outgoing, very social, like social butterfly, like always want to be everyone's buddy and everything. But your younger daughter seems like she's more of like just rambunctious and just just wants to be involved with everything. I don't know. You're around them more than me. I just thought you might elaborate.
No, I mean they're very they're both very social for being I don't want to use an excuse, but they're COVID babies. When my eldest was born, it was a different time than than most. And
right on the cusp.
They adapted well. Yeah.
Right on the cusp of COVID, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I guess maybe they were just too young. I think the ones that were starting kindergarten and first grade were really the ones that felt the hit more than anything else.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But that's good, man. The school started for both of them. Now they're gonna start. Their growing is gonna just start. It's gonna be exponential now. You'll see it. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah, kind of jealous or excited for you. A little bit jealous, but at the same time, I've done it, so I've been through it, and I'm excited to hear your stories.
Yes, all right, excited to share.
All right, thank you for downloading yet again another Cold Brew podcast. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.